Hey yo!
Hey!
Welcome to the podcast of Madness, brought to you truly by
Ben.
and
Mike.
And?
This wall.
and this is
Podcast of Madness.
yeah
Yeah.
from Collection of Madness, which you can check out on YouTube at Collection of Madness. Make sure to check that out. You can also check us out at Talk to Me with Mike V on Twitter and Instagram, I believe, and also at
How It Started podcast. Got 16 episodes on that old podcast. It was about gamers becoming gamers. And now we're doing this one. Collection of Podcast of Madness.
Collection of Podcast of Madness.
Collection of Podcast and Collection of whatever. That thing right here.
Yes.
You can see it. If you're not watching and you're listening, well, that sucks to be you then.
So, Collection of Madness is a
YouTube channel that we've started, and we're just it's just going to be a whole collection of different things. We started doing some top 10 videos. We've done some react videos, and the ones that I like so far are the pun runs, doing some short comedic sketches.
You don't like the other ones?
I do like the other ones, but those are my favorite.
Wow.
I know. You're offended. Can't be friends anymore.
So you were on my podcast talking to me with Mike V 2 times, actually.
Yes, I was.
2 times.
I was.
Which you can also check out on Wallace Production on
Super boring.
YouTube.
You should definitely go check it out.
Wallace Production on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcast or wherever else you get your podcast from. But this Podcast of Madness, is going to be exclusively on Anchor.
Yep.
Which
That's
he
right.
didn't know before we started
I didn't know
recording
before
this,
we started this.
but exclusively on
all
Anchor.
right.
And so if you don't have Anchor, download the Anchor app. It'll be a purple little app with like a little yellow swishy line. And you can find us there.
Yeah. And we'll be ready to go. You'll be tired of us chatting in your ear. What are these guys doing?
We just finished up shooting a skit, one of our pun runs, our short runs, which was absolutely ridiculous.
So, as always.
What's, what can people expect from the pun runs?
They can expect ridiculous, silly humor that's just out there and stupid, but it just something short that gives them a laugh and hopefully brightens their day a little bit and allows them to share it with someone else that brightens.
So for you that don't know what a pun is, and if you don't, you're an idiot.
Oh my
but
gosh.
A pun is something that is like shooting the shit, or
well, we're a pun is more like it's better that it's better with butter, and someone might say, oh, does that mean it's butter that way? Because they're taking better and butter and putting it together. That's a pun. So what we've been doing is we're taking regular everyday sayings, for example, cutting corners or doing things, and just kind of taking ridiculous literal versions of this that are just absolutely
absolutely
well
ridiculous.
played out. Yeah, definitely played out.
Absolutely played out. Absolutely ridiculous. I love it.
Getting some good filming going on, and we've got plans to do more stuff in the future. Excuse me, more stuff in the future,
That's
and
disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
Why'd you do that?
Sorry.
You've offended the plan.
I'm sorry. Play it. I didn't mean to do that, Leroy.
It's almost like you planted it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
A pun.
Yeah, a pun. Now I'm gonna run. Zing. Oh man.
I don't know. I don't even know what we should kind of talk about.
I don't know. I mean, just the whole point of this podcast is going to be kind of try and collect a lot of the madness that goes inside our heads and in our discussions back and forth as we collaborate and figure out all these crazy things that we do and stuff and
oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. All the stuff that we figure out. Because that's what we do.
That is what we do. We're going to try through this. Eventually, we'll record these live on Twitch. and then that'll go straight to YouTube.
Yep.
So we're going to have a bunch of cool things where you can interact with us in the comments. You can send us in different questions that you may have, different ideas, different things, if you do like what we're doing here and like the channel. But at the same time, make sure that you're also supporting our linked channels. When you go to YouTube, click on the button that says channels. There you'll see Wallace Production. You'll see Zivion3, which is Ben's personal YouTube there. He's got amazing...
Zivion Studios, yeah.
Amazing, I'm sorry, Zivion.
Oh, that's okay.
Amazing.
I only hate you a little bit.
I don't even know what my co-host YouTube channel is called.
Oh my gosh, man! What the hell?
But yes, Wallace Production, Zivion Studios, Secret Lair Arcade with Steve, who you did that with as well.
Do the podcast
we also have the Talk to Me clips linked to there too, and we'll have a solely Christian-based podcast that's coming soon called The Threshing Floor. That's also going to be linked there too, so make sure that you check all those cool videos out. But regardless, you can interact with us, you can talk to us, and tell us how stupid we are.
There you go. I think for the first episode, we could always just talk about like what's inspired us and what has driven us to want to try and produce all this stuff.
No, they don't need to know that.
Okay, well, fine then.
So what inspired me?
So to start off with,
what inspired you on making shorts? Because I can go into a little bit, and I kind of went into a little bit on my podcast about how I like got inspired by like video and music and things like that. But I didn't actually ever ask you what inspired you to get into that.
I've always just appreciated comedy and different types of humor, and I'm a big fan of like Abbott and Costello and like Laurel and Hardy, like the older films and stuff like that. And I also appreciated the slapstick humor of the Three Stooges and stuff like that. You know, like Larry and Moe and Curly and all that. And I also just love like all the little skits, like who's on first, what's on second, I don't know, who's on third. Or 27 goes into 13, however many times, I forget. It was a math problem. And it's pretty good. Or Laurel and Hardy, you mean to tell me that that's the money that I gave to you to give to him, that he gave to you, that I gave to him, that he gave to me to give to you? Well, I already paid my rent. What do I care?
What do I care about?
But in liking all that and also whatnot, when I was growing up in high school, actually, I saw a YouTube video with like a real life version of like what first person shooters would look like, and I thought that was really cool. And then there was another one called Aimbot, and of course the person I'm talking about is Freddy You might know him, you might have seen some of this stuff. If you don't know him as Freddy you might know him as Rocket Jump. And they started off with, you know, like just they had a group of friends that they were all working together and doing stuff, and he was making lots of cool visual effects, short skits and stuff that were really funny and a whole lot of fun. You know, he's just walking around, he's like shooting people, and he's like eating a hot dog or whatever. And it was good. It was good comedic stuff, but also I really enjoyed the visual effects portion of it too. And it's always been my passion to since then to kind of like make my own versions of that type of stuff, because I really think it'd be cool to make some comedic sketches with special effects and whatnot. Now, granted,
I think you're a funny guy.
Yeah, wise guy, eh? But currently, we're not doing anything with visual effects yet, just because that's going to take a lot, and we need to gain support and do stuff.
But we will.
But we'll get there.
And if you want to support us ever so kindly, there will be a Patreon account set up for Patreon of Collection of Madness.
Collection of Madness.
Patreon.
Which will be part of the Podcast of Madness.
Which will be part of the Podcast of Madness.
Which will be part of the Collection of Madness.
Part of the collection.
You mean to tell me that that's the collection of the podcast of the collection of the podcast?
Is there a collection in the Podcast of the Madness?
The collection of the podcast of the collection? I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, similar story. I loved video editing in school. I took all the video classes, and I remember my teacher the one time. It was when iMovie was first a thing on the old Square Macs, and she would always tell us how to edit the clip by you'd have to use the keyboard to cut over each second that you wanted out of each section. And she's like, okay, now I want you to take 7 seconds off this clip, and I just took the mouse and I was just like, bloop. And she's like, no, you have to do it this way. And she looked at it, she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, you did that perfectly. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, without even looking, I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah. So I'm going to toot my own horn because, anyway, so I just loved making videos. I loved making small videos. I bought, when I was like a teenager, I bought all this stupid camera equipment for my phone. I was trying to make a short film. That didn't work out because I didn't have the thing.
Film.
But I mean, the film, I shouldn't say that. The film that I put together was good for only being filmed on an iPhone 6 and literally recording all of my extras with like my camera on my laptop.
Are you gonna put together a little commercial shot on iPhone?
Probably. Shot on iPhone. Anyway, so I loved doing that, and I always loved like the short skits that you would show me or the things that we did there. Secretly, I always thought I should have been an actor, but I was like, that's for nerds. I'm gonna go do other things, like ruin my life.
Yeah, we're definitely acting in all of the stuff that we're doing right now, but I actually prefer probably to be behind the camera, calling the shots and you know, filming it, doing the post production. Actually, the post production is where it is. Like, so growing up, I used to use fireworks for picture editing and stuff like that. That doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Because back in the day, there was fireworks, there was Flash. And Flash and fireworks were owned by a company called
Explosion.
Macromedia. Sorry, Macromedia. It was Macromedia Flash. I don't know, because I'm thinking of their website building thing that Adobe bought out through Macromedia, and now they own it. So they have they had a version of it for a little while, and then they just continued it.
Yeah.
And then they have, obviously, Flash they adopted, but then Flash has gone away because of HTML5. So I got really good at Flash, and that was a lot of fun because that was taking like different images and animating them and doing stuff with it.
Yeah, I did that in one of the computer classes.
I did that in high school.
It was Hickory Dickory Dock. We had to draw a clock and then a mouse, and then you animated the mouse to go up and down the clock.
That's
and
great.
I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So then when I figured out how to do that, I literally at school did an HTML. My dad loved guitars. So I literally just took images of Google of guitars off of there and had them going like this, and then made like an HTML site. So when I got home, I could get to it because I made it, you know, through HTML. And I was like, Dad, I made something for you. He's like, what? I was like, I went and clicked on the internet. He's like, what are you going to? Or Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
I clicked on it and I put it in, and these things just came up. They're like, going all the way around.
Shaking all over the place.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
I remember back in high school, we had a web design class, and I was obviously, I'll say obviously, but I was the most advanced person in the class as far as computers and stuff like that. I was just a step ahead of everybody else as far as web design and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so everyone else had their website, and I can't believe I even thought it looked cool, but I figured out how to make animated GIFs. So I made an animated GIF of like lightsaber beams glowing, and then I made a whole web page with different navigations with all the things pulsating. It's just it looks so terrible. It looked like a kid made it, and the kid did make it.
I was gonna say, did the kid make it?
Yeah, but it wasn't very clean. I just thought it was cool, and then I'm like,
but dude, your stuff
after I finished it, I was like,
your stuff's really good. It is.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Like your stuff's a lot better than I think that you think it is.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've come a long way since
really
then
good.
too.
Really, really good.
But I just back in the day of thinking of that, like, oh, this is gonna be so cool, and then taking a step back and looking at it like, that's dumb. There's too much animation, but
There's way too much for that.
I got into Flash, and I was into I got into Photoshop as well, and I really enjoyed all of that. And I even actually I was so far ahead at one point that in using those programs, fluent enough that the teacher had me teach them how to do one of the things that I learned how to do in Photoshop.
Oh no way!
I think it was how to make grass or something. But the teacher had to slow me down because people weren't keeping up with me, and I thought I was going slower. So I was like, okay. Yeah.
I was going slow.
Yeah, because I just wasn't going at the same pace that everyone else was, and I was trying to. It was a good experience, though, because it was good for the other students that wanted to learn how to do that. Yeah. And then it was also good for me to learn how to teach someone or something, how to do something and be patient enough to go at their pace and not mine.
Yeah. No, I get
and
that.
also to think about that, like sometimes that doesn't even register in your brain.
Because there's a lot of thought that has to go into that.
Right.
It's not something that just can be.
Yeah. So I mean, like a lot of times, especially you can even see it on a lot of times on YouTube these days. Is when you go and look up a tutorial on how to do something, you're like, oh yeah, just go here, click on this, click on that, and do this. And I'm like, wait, what key did you press here? What just happened? Pull that back a second.
Wait, bring it back.
Or they miss a small step in between. That's something that maybe you as a user using the program every day you don't think about.
Yeah.
But as a first-time user trying to figure this out, you're like, wait, how did he just move that? He didn't explain that.
Yeah.
So that's that type of stuff. But then when I got into college, I got a specialized associate's degree in multimedia now.
Ooh,
yeah, it's helped me out a lot.
Big college man. It's okay.
Yeah,
I dropped out of law school.
But I mean, it hasn't really helped me land any jobs in the field. So so far at least.
That's
but
sad. Let's not make this sad.
Okay. Don't be sad, plan. It's okay.
I'm so lonely.
But anyways, that's when I got into After Effects, and that's really where Photoshop meets video and comes all together. And I just absolutely love the whole combination of everything, because then you can make literally whatever you want to happen. Yeah. That's where you get like spaceships and shit coming out of the sky and random stuff happening.
Random things. And that's what this podcast is going to be mostly about. Today we wanted to come to you guys and introduce ourselves a little bit. Even if you've seen us before, we know that we have a good amount of support behind this, and we want to thank each and every person.
Oh, yeah.
The purpose behind Collection of Madness isn't some weird YouTube channel that's looking to just get out there and do things. We want to help everybody in everyday lives come together and maybe just escape from reality for a little bit, that you can just have a laugh here or there if the world seems like it's getting too tough.
Like I said with the shorts, that's what I wanted to get out of it is, maybe bring a smile to someone's day who's been crap the whole day and just needs something to smile at or smirk at, or like,
just a
a little chuckle, smile, whatever.
And that's the purpose behind everything that we're going to do here at Collection of Madness, between the top 10 lists, the pun runs, the react videos that we're going to be doing.
The
podcast that we're going to be doing. This is just a little portion of kind of like real us with a little bit of silliness, but it might get a little sillier on some episodes here, so stay tuned.
Maybe.
I can't wait to continue to launch this and give this more to you, and we would love feedback.
Oh, yes.
Even you internet troll marks, come on in the comments, give it to us.
There you go.
And it's something that Ben and I have wanted to do for a very long time, not just together, separately too. And it just so happened that I was able to come across this amazing human being, and for him to be
where? I don't see this person you're talking about.
This amazing human being that I. For those
Larry,
listening on
plant. I don't know. We'll
audio,
have to give him a name.
I just picked up the plant. And in all seriousness, and this is the serious portion of it, because it's so cool to be able to do this with somebody that is so passionate about just wanting to bring entertainment. We're not doing this for ourselves. We're not doing this to boost our egos or anything like that. We just like having fun. And if you would have seen us earlier recording this stupid short that we're going to go out, I was contemplating what I'm doing with my life, because it's that funny, it's that hilarious, and I think we're hilarious. So we
definitely
hope that we
need to go check that out and watch it.
So this podcast should be coming to you what is going to be tomorrow for us right now, recording this, which is going to be Sunday, the 6th, I believe. March 6th?
The 6th, yes. That is correct.
So this should be coming to you March 6th as you're watching this. As you're watching this, make sure to tune in tonight, because this channel isn't just about the things that we describe. Ben and I have a plethora amount of different things that we enjoy and like. That's why we're going to be seeing some of his gaming. Some of my top 10 lists are going to have my favorite moments from wrestling, anime, football, basketball, baseball. I love sports. I love talking about sports. We'll probably incorporate that a little bit more. But tonight, which well, not this night, but tomorrow night's tonight, which will be your tonight.
You mean
when
that's
you're
tonight?
watching this.
Are you talking about the tonight that's tomorrow night? That's not tonight. That is tonight.
That one, yes, that
tomorrow
exact
night?
one.
All right.
Is if you are a wrestling fan and watch some of my wrestling lists and know that I'm a huge wrestling nerd and I'm proud to admit that, tomorrow night or
Nerd.
tonight is AEW Revolution, All Elite Revolution's pay-per-view. It's going to be a great card. I'm going to have my good friend Mr. Nick Kinsey with me, and we might actually live stream our reactions to the pay-per-view, or I'm sorry, Premium Live Events WWE. What am I talking about? The pay-per-view from All Elite Wrestling tomorrow night, with our reactions. If he wants to do that, but that'll be live recorded on the channel.
Welcome to Confusion of Madness.
If not, I might just do a little bit of live reactions myself with my phone up just so you guys can see that. But it's so cool. If you guys aren't wrestling fans, check out All Elite Wrestling.
Remix.
Yeah, check them out because they got some really cool stuff going on. As somebody that was a wrestling fan when I was younger, obviously it's something. It's more nostalgic for me, so that's something pretty cool. And also, I think that we kind of talked about this. We kind of didn't talk about this. I may have dreamt about it, but Ben and I are big anime fans. Anime fans.
Anime
of
fins?
An
I'm an
that's
anime
coming
fin.
back. I'm an anime fin. Of an anime that's coming back this year, which is Bleach. So we might actually live watch the episodes and give you some
I will
reacts.
believe it when I see it. I'm a little skeptical.
There's a trailer.
I've been let down
There's
too
literally
often,
a
all right,
trailer.
man? I've been let down too often.
Today,
We're
going
tomorrow?
to end this. We're going to end this with not that. Hold on, sorry. Hold on, everybody.
Don't look at the man behind the screen.
Ben, say something to the people.
Something to the people. Well, that's what you told me to say. I don't know what else to say. I'm not your say things to random people guy. Goodness. Expectations here are just ridiculous through the roof. I don't know how to react in this situation. But I'm just going to continue talking because he's trying to figure something out. And click on things. If you're watching, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. JP. Oh yeah, the Bleach trailer. Yes, I've seen this trailer before. You're just gonna stare at me the whole time? Stare. Number one. Makes me excited to watch this.
I actually don't even know if I can show that, so we're gonna stop.
We're gonna stop that there. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. If you're a fan of the show, if you're not a fan of the show, go watch it anyways, because it is awesome anime, and you need to watch it.
It was nothing like its time, I'll say that. It got a little stagnant for me, like through some of the Car arc. But
I mean, it depends on what you're into and what you're looking for in the show. I just like things that are awesome and pretty. And giant battle
also
stuff.
happening today, tomorrow's today. My personal Mike's top 10 anime list is going to be out if you want to check that out.
Convenient.
And if you guys are fans of anime, make sure to give us some feedback on some animes that you might want us to live react to or maybe check out.
Or watch, yeah.
Or watch.
Something. Have a watch. Tells time. Actually, it doesn't tell time. I have to look at it. Oh, gosh! Do not break the plant in the case of emergency.
The plant. I think the plant's dying. I think it was actually a real plant.
Is it a real plant?
I think it was a real plant. I thought it
Oh
was
my
fake. And then over time,
I
it's
don't know.
dwindled down.
For those of you not watching, we're examining a plant that we have here.
I bought a plant in a jar.
Plant in a jar.
Why?
And because reasons.
Madness.
Is it supposed to be this way? I don't know. Now I'm correcting. Okay, I'm just narrating now.
In a world.
We'll have to do that for one of our episodes. We plan to do everything in movie voices.
Everything's going to be in movie voices.
Coming to you Tuesday, 9/8 Central.
Ben and Mike.
Ben and Mike in Podcast of Madness.
Featuring
The Rock.
and Ben.
I have a rock. This is The Rock. Don't confuse it with another rock.
And Hammer.
Rockin' hammer.
Rockin' Hammer.
For hammer rockin' time.
Join us live Sunday at 3 a.m.
AM when no one's watching. All right. I think that's
Oh, we're done?
I think so, aren't we?
Are 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 we ever done?
I don't know. We're never done.
I have been Mike V. That is Zivian Ben Marini. And we are Collection of Podcast of Madnesses. Check us out at Collection of Madness on YouTube. Make sure to check them out. We'll have the video of the podcast up on there. And then, as I said, we're going to be exclusively on Anchor. So make sure you download that Anchor app.
Download the app.
Make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Check out all the other videos here at Collection of Madness that we do because why not?
Why not?
Why not? Check
So
out.
I ask myself every day.
Wait, what was how it started on? Was that just Anchor? Is it still there?
Well, it was on Anchor, but the Anchor put it on like Google Podcasts. Did all of them.
Like everything?
Yeah.
Even Spotify?
I don't know if Spotify was on there. I can check real quick. Beep boop beep 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 boop boop.
Computing.
Checking sounds. Beep,
Sound.
boop, beep, beep, beep,
Check.
beep. Yeah, Spotify. Put it all on.
Nice. So
Yeah.
yeah, on
Yeah.
all the platforms.
All right.
So maybe we won't be exclusive on Anchor.
We'll be exclusive everywhere.
We'll be exclusive everywhere that you can check us out, guys. Make sure to
We'll be
leave a comment down
exclusively
below.
exclusive. That's not exclusive.
I am excluded from exclusivity.
It was too repetitive.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na.
All right.
Do you want to lead us out?
I don't know where to go. Are we going that way?
That there's not a door there.
We can make a door there.
There is a door.
Well, is there a door there?
Guys,
or
thanks
is there
for
not a
joining
door
us.
there?
This is the Collection of Madness
Oh, man.
podcast of madness. It's gonna be a long ride.
And we'll end on that side.
Oh, I can't do that. It's copyright. Bye.
Bye.